Hey, what's up? This video is a update from the video that I posted on YouTube. It's called Genesis Customer Service or Lack Thereof. If you put that in the search bar, you'll be able to find that video, and you'll be able to see the backdrop to the story. But for those people who are unaware, I'm going to give a quick review. We bought a 2023 Genesis G70 back in February of this year, 2023. Around April, we noticed condensation on the left headlamp. We brought it to the service department at South Austin Genesis attention. We made arrangements. They came and got the car, dropped us off a loaner. They did some services to it. They took off the left headlamp, dried it out, reinstalled it, ran the car, and determined that they agreed with our initial assessment of the condensation. Then they put the part on order. We got our car delivered, and that was pretty much it. Gave the loaner back, and from that point, we didn't hear anything for several months. We fast forward to the 1st of October, 1st of this month, and we called. We say, hey, what happened with the part? What's going on? Has it been ordered? Has it come in yet? What's going on? An employee there confirmed that the part had arrived, so we were excited to get that part installed. So the car was picked up once again 2 days later, October the 3rd, and it had more services to be done. Well, then the next day, October the 4th, we received notification that the headlamp was no longer going to be covered under warranty, and that if we wanted the replacement to happen without the warranty, that the overall charges would amount to around $3,100, which I can tell you did not exactly make us excited to hear that and see that notification. So we went in to South Austin Genesis here in Texas. We went there, spoke to the service department manager. He took us inside the bay where our car was, and he proceeded to tell us that the car was impacted. I vehemently disagree with the fact that it was impacted. I don't think it was impacted by, I definitely wasn't impacted by another vehicle, and it wasn't impacted, in my view, by any external source. But that's basically where their position was. So then I took my issue up with Genesis Corporate. And after several weeks of waiting, leaving emails, phone call messages, I uploaded our evidence that we had to their customer service website. Finally today, the customer service rep that I was assigned to finally got back in touch with me and told me that basically the decision stands and they're not going to cover the left headlamp because there were two cracks. And again, you have to look at my earlier video that's entitled Genesis Customer Service or Lack Thereof. You put that in the search bar, that will give you a visual backdrop of how I got to this situation. And then she basically stated when she got back in touch with me that they're not going to cover it because it had been, in their view, external damage, outside damage to the left headlamp lens area. And at this point, I'm basically speechless. I know that this is a crazy world we live in. We see crazy stuff go on more and more and more every day. Corporate greed has always been an issue, but now it's just gone to a level where, as the customer, you're just supposed to just chuck over your money and throw your wing and a prayer up in the air, and hopefully you have a good experience. That's pretty much where we're at. And at this point, I consider myself a completely dissatisfied Genesis customer. We purchased a car, which means we agreed to a loan, and so there's no recourse in that regard. The loan's going to have to be satisfied, because it's a legal agreement. So it's not like I have an escape hatch that says, if we get treated bad, we can just get out of the loan. That's not going to happen. So this is where things are. I would advise anybody who might happen to be in the market. I know times are tough now, and we're dealing with financial strife left, right, and sideways. Every time you turn around, things are more and more and more, and everything goes up except your paycheck. But for those of you out there who might be in a good position and are looking to either upgrade a vehicle or get one for the first time, what have you, I would advise you to steer away from Genesis products, or Hyundai products for that matter too, because they're basically under Genesis. I have no knowledge that they're completely separate entities at this point, so I still think they're related. I still think they're joint and several at this particular moment in time. Maybe at one point they'll end up separating, similar to how Ram and separated from Dodge. We'll have to see. Only time is going to tell there. But at this point, I would stay away from their products, because you might have a good buying experience, but as far as them standing by their product and standing by their warranty, hey, who knows? And if you end up having a great experience on both ends and your whole ownership experience is great, bless you. Fantastic. I'm just here to talk about my experience, and it wasn't a good one. And I have no reason to make these videos and come online and say these things if I feel like I'm not standing on pretty solid ground. So, to those of you out here who see this video, you take with it what you will. You can comment on it. I'll listen to your opinions, but with like my other video, I stand by what I said. I stand by what I'm saying here now, and that's pretty much it. Customer service is literally not what it used to be. It's pretty much, now you have money, you worked hard for it, whatever you did legally to get your money, and you get this money in your hand and you're deciding what to do with it. Now it's all about just give me the money. Hand it over. What do I get in return? Well, here, you get this. And if it breaks, we don't want to hear about it. That's customer service in 2023. I'd advise everybody to beware. Do your research. Talk to some people. Do as much fact gathering and fact finding as you possibly can. And when it comes time to holding people accountable, do so with the letter of the law. Because if you don't hold them accountable, they're going to find their little escape hatch, and you're going to be the one holding the bag. So that's my update. The way I feel at this particular moment in time, I don't even want to keep the car anymore. I've discussed it with my wife, and we're probably going to be looking for something in the not too distant future. A few things have to line up, but we're probably not going to be Genesis owners much longer. And at this particular moment in time, or basically into perpetuity, I will never have nothing else positive to say about Genesis products, or Hyundai for that matter. Because again, that's Hyundai's child. It was Hyundai, and then Genesis kind of evolved as part of their Hyundai lines. So they're still related at this particular moment in time. Maybe they'll be separate in the future. You know, once again, we'll have to see. But right now, they're linked. And so I have nothing good to say about either one of them. So that's pretty much it for me. Everybody take care. Stay away from the crazies, because as you've been seeing in the news, they're everywhere. Have a good one.